channel. I'm Nisi. Look, y'all, it is gonna be so hard for me to get through this intro without busting into supernatural. I'm trying to remain serious. I don't even think I need to explain to y'all how excited I am to get into what we're about to get into today. Because you already know how I feel about Ariana Grande. You already know how I feel about Eternal Sunshine. As a matter of fact, it is approximately the 1-year anniversary of me listening to Ariana Grande for the first time here on this channel with you guys. I listened to my very first project about a year ago, and it's so insane to see how far we have come. Ariana Grande was my top listened to artist of 2024 on my Spotify Wrapped. Eternal Sunshine, I think, was my top listened to album, and of course, you know, Supernatural was my most listened to song. I think I was in like the top 0.5%, or was it 0.0005%? I don't really care. I was listening to it more than any of y'all. So you already know that I am so excited to get into an Eternal Sunshine Deluxe called Brighter Days Ahead. So freaking excited. It's like a year later, but it's all right. It's all right. It's cool. It's fine. We're chill. We're over it. You know what I'm not over though is the fact that there's supposed to be like some sort of short film that goes along with this. Why is it releasing like 9 hours after the tracks? I'm like, girl, why can't we get it all at the same time? Because I'm sat right here for this. Why do I have to sit here for 9 hours and wait for the other thing? So I'm not really sure how this video is going to be structured because we have the tracks now, but we don't have the short film. And I definitely want to react to the short film. Either way, you guys are going to get that short film reaction. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. If it's not at the end of this video, make sure that you stick around and subscribe so that you don't miss it when I do post that one, and YouTube will notify you if you're subscribed. And if you end up liking this reaction, why would you not stick around for the short film? Huh? Like, why would you not? You gotta finish what you start. Okay, so a brief look at what we have before we officially start. We have 5 brand new songs, 5 brand new ones, and then we have Intro Into the World Extended, so longer than it was before, which is what it should have just been before. She knew it needed to be longer. She just knew. I kind of like how it starts by giving us the intro again, because it's like getting us prepared to be introduced to the Eternal Sunshine universe once again. I'm actually really interested in this concept of Brighter Days Ahead, because the original album is Eternal Sunshine, which would mean that there's always sun. There's always sun, it's always bright, it's always shining. But Brighter Days Ahead is like a phrase that you use when you're not in such a bright place. It's brighter days ahead because you're currently not in a bright place. So it's just interesting because those two things sort of contradict. And then when you look at the photo that she has for it, it's like she's in darkness, but she's heading towards the light or looking towards the light, which would symbolize brighter days ahead. All right, guys, I'm just so interested. We just need to hop in. We're gonna start with Intro Into the World Extended. Put that dino on. As long as we still have the strings, girls. Y'all know how I feel about the strings.
Then I had this interaction I've been thinking about for like 5 weeks. Wonder if he's thinking about it too and smiling. Wonder if he knows that that's been what's inspired me.
Wonder if he's judging me like I am right now. Say it!
Would I still be your lover?
Would you want me there? Ask him! Ask him! Where are we going from here?
If it all ended tomorrow, would you be the one? Please pay me.
Come on!
Mind while I jump into your skin and change your eyes, so you see things through mine.
Oh, wow.
Understanding you don't regret not thinking before asking. Now you're long gone and carrying me. I'm still unpacking why I even held you on the flight. I'd already grieved you when you started.
She's spitting.
I do need you. I did. I wish I could unleash you. So I did.
Oh, she was spitting. Oh, she was spitting. It was line after line after line. That last line actually reminded me of I Wish I Hated You. obviously this is different because she said, I wish I could unneed ya, so I did. Like, I just did it. It just makes you wonder about the whole I wish I hated you. It makes you wonder, well, did you do it? Like, are you there at that point now? Why am I sweating? Already, I'm already sweating. The way that it switched sonically when she got into the extended version was like interesting because it didn't really sound like the same song, but it had the same vibe. This sort of like ethereal, I don't know, almost spatial, sort of like floating through the galaxy type of sound. I talked in my initial Eternal Sunshine reaction about how her pen was penning more so than it was in like past projects. And I feel like she's really doing that again here. Like the lyrics, it sounds like what she's saying is that she just felt like she was very unseen in this relationship. She felt very misunderstood. These are two different people who had two very different perspectives on life and on their relationship. And it seems like they both hurt each other like a lot. And we sort of got that throughout the original track list of the project, but it seems like she's going more in depth in these lyrics than she was in some other places in the project. So I wonder if this Deluxe is going to kind of just be like going more in depth on what she's been telling us so far. Please pay me no mind while I jump into your skin and change your eyes so you see things through mine. And that's like a lot because like, first of all, that first line, please pay me no mind, I feel like it's her kind of trying to tell us that this person didn't really pay her a lot of attention or maybe wasn't super attentive to her or her needs. While I jump into your skin and change your eyes, she really wants to be able to change his perspective, to share her own perspective. Like, I wish that you could see the world and this situation through my perspective. It made me think about her song like POV. Like, I love to see me from your point of view, but it almost feels like she's saying, I don't like your point of view of me in this relationship. Because she said like, can't you sense me? I've been right here all this time. So like, again, alluding to the fact that she feels like she wasn't seen or understood. Pretending you don't regret not thinking before asking. I don't know exactly what she means by that because she didn't elaborate. But I'm thinking if she is talking about her ex-husband, what if she's talking about, you know, the big question, popping the question, like, stop pretending that you don't regret not really thinking about this before you asked me. And then she's like, now you're long gone. So basically kind of like you moved on with your life, but I'm still unpacking and like settling into this new life without you. But also it's like a double entendre because she's like, I'm also unpacking why I allowed you on the flight. Girl, we're not doing it. The pen. I'm also unpacking mentally and I'm unpacking emotionally. It's just a lot. And then she ends with, I wish I could unneed ya, so I did. Like, I don't need you anymore. Whew, girl, that was a lot. I really like that she let us into that. Like I said, I feel like it's going a bit more in depth than what we've already established so far. When we first got Eternal Sunshine, the intro kind of served as her asking this big question, like, how can I tell if I'm in the right relationship? And she seemed so much more unsure. And now it's like we have reached the resolution as to like the question that Nona answered. We have reached the resolution to that. Like, you are not for me and we are both moving on and it's right that we do. We're gonna move on, y'all, because I could sit here and talk about this for like hours and I feel like I have been already. So we're gonna move on to the next song called Twilight Zone. This is a brand new song. They all have that like ethereal, spatial feeling to them.
Did I dream the whole thing?
Oh!
Was I just a nightmare? Different dimensions, stuck in the twilight zone.
Oh wow.
Is this a black and white scene? Does she know you're not who you say you are? 'Cause I might give her a call. Or was that just not me at all? And it's not like I'm still not over you.
Hey!
It's so strange, 'cause I never do. Not that I miss you, I don't. Sometimes I just can't believe you happened.
Yeah. yeah. Cause Yes. Yes, that beginning gagged me. I'm not gonna lie, the did I dream the whole thing was I just a nightmare. I don't know, it just took like a big turn right there. Her painting herself in a negative light like that was I just a nightmare. Like, whoa. I like this like concept of like the twilight zone being like this gray area that she feels like she's stuck in. And I also love like the little hope you win for best actor, like, and talking about explaining the being in like the scene, because she kind of did that in Eternal Sunshine, the title track. And now we play separate scenes. And you know, she's also in Wicked, so I like how she's been inserting this like actor actress type of thing. She keeps painting it as if it was all fake. The introspection is crazy. Hey. Yeah. Her breathy tone, like, it just adds to the ethereal feeling. Oh, come on. Ooh, I love that ending. I loved how all the music faded out and it was just her. And she's been doing so much layering on this project. When you like really listen, the harmonies that she's been doing, the layering, I really like that. I really love, like I said, this whole thing just has this very like ethereal sound to it. And I like it because Eternal Sunshine, Saturn's interlude, like it just makes you think about, I don't know, like space, universe, galaxy. So like this ethereal feeling, the breathy tones, I feel like it all just matches that. I really like this concept of like this twilight zone, sort of being stuck in the middle, stuck in the gray, because it's just very layered and it can mean like a lot of different things. And I feel like maybe in this song she's sort of portraying, I'm not in love with you anymore, but I'm also maybe not fully completely over this as much as I'm pretending that I am. So I'm kind of floating around in this gray area. It's not black or white, kind of hard to explain. She said, it's so strange, this I never do. Almost like I'm sort of lost in the way that I feel. And it's a very interesting concept to try to explain. Sometimes I just can't believe that you happened. Like, I don't miss you. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to get back together with you. But I almost am still lingering in the emotion of this relationship because I just can't believe that you happened. And I've talked about this before of like, sometimes the confusion of a breakup is what keeps you lingering on it more than anything else. Sometimes you don't even really want that person back. It's just like, you're baffled at the way that you had everything one second and then nothing the next. The confusion, the fact that you feel like you've failed at something oftentimes can leave you lingering on it longer than you need to. I just love, like I said, this whole concept of she talks a lot about like scenes and a lot about we're pretending, we're acting. The best award goes to almost if the whole thing was just a sham. What we had doesn't really feel real, and the fact that we lost it doesn't really feel real. That's why she said, did I dream the whole thing? Something about this doesn't even feel like it was grounded in reality to her. It's just such an interesting concept. I'm like, girl, the writing, the concepts. I'm just so proud of Ariana. Like, girl, like, you were really transcending past, you know, you were an incredible pop star before with an incredible voice. The amount of depth and layers that we are getting, the more and more that she becomes more experienced and matured in her art is crazy to me. Also, who's her? Who's she? I'm not coming. We listened to Eternal Sunshine, the title track, and you know, we know that there's another someone. So it's fine. It's fine. You know, we can't expect for him not to move on. But I love how she just sort of alluded to it. This reminds me a lot of Eternal Sunshine, the title track a bit. We're going to move on to the next song, which is called Warm. Ooh. Never mind. Come on. Oh, come on.
If you dare, meet me there.
Hey.
'Cause I'm cool.
Hey.
On my own. But it's warm
Hey.
in your arms.
Yes. Yes.
'Cause it's nice to unravel.
Hey.
Things that are trouble.
Hey. Why is this sad but also pop your back at the same time?
You hold the
Wait.
space I require, or will you turn the page?
Oh.
Page.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you hold the space? Now, girl. Let me tell you something right now. If this song is in that short film, I better see you grab somebody's pinky finger. I better see it. That is crazy that she just added that.
You love me like it's true, and I just want what to do. That's the promise either way.
Yeah. Don't treat me like a chore.
Meet me there. I'll be higher than the atmosphere.
Come on.
Final down in your arms.
Hey.
'Cause it's nice to unravel. Tears that travel. Happy ones tonight.
Happy tears.
It's warm on my lips. This is your invitation. If you dare, meet me up here. Meet me up here.
Yes.
Only this.
Come on.
It's warm. It's warm in your arms.
Come on now. I like how that song has like, it still has like the soft, sad type of sound to it, but also it's like very dancey, which I just like because it is sort of, I don't know, it's still touching on sadness that she's felt in the past, because, you know, tears, how they travel, and saying that these are happy ones. So alluding to the fact that there's been a lot of tears that weren't happy ones. And so I like how it sort of has like a touch of sadness in it, but it's still very dancey. I really like how the song is about finding like safety and security with yourself, being able to be alone and to be single and to be content with that, but to also be able to allow yourself to open up to loving someone and having someone love you back. You know, not completely giving up on love, even though you've been through a lot, but also maintaining that security that you've created for yourself, even whilst being in a relationship with someone else. Like the fact that she's like, I never needed anybody to stay. I've been the one to slip away. Never thought I'd find another who could fly here at my pace. So if you dare meet me there, I'll be higher than the exosphere. So like the fact that she's like, I am open to loving someone and being with you, but also like, if you want to be with me, you're going to have to come up here to where I am. Like, I'm not going to come down for you, which I love that, because there's that other line in Eternal Sunshine where she says, won't abandon me again for you. So I won't abandon me again for anyone else ever. So like, if someone wants to be with me, if someone wants to love me, that's perfectly fine, but you're going to have to fly up here with me. As she kind of explains herself as sort of like flying or floating, which I really like, because if you look at the picture that she has for Brighter Days Ahead, it does look like she's floating, right? And it looks like she's moving up in a positive direction. She's moving up towards the light. So she's like, I'm not going to bring myself back down into that dark place ever again. And of course, I love like the whole, cause I'm cool on my own, but it's warmer with you in your arms. Obviously, I love that, the whole cool and warm thing. We're gonna move on to Dandelion. Play it! Are we doing jazz? Now.
Mean what I say what I
Ah!
mean. Not one to play. I am missing
Hold on. What is this? What is this? Trappiana has returned. She's returned because she's returned. Now, there was a little bit in the title track of Eternal Sunshine, but there wasn't that bass there. There wasn't that bass. There was that. The way it like broke up too, the way it was like. Like, come. We have to go back because I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a dang thing that was said.
Mean what I say what I mean.
Yes!
Not one to play, I am as you see. I give my word. These are the boys, the one in the same. I'm thinking you should plant this seed. I get this, sounds unserious.
It does.
But this is serious. Yes, I promise. If I'm being honest,
Hey!
you can get anything you like. Can't you see?
Yes, ordinary things. First of all, we love the complex concepts. We love the multi-layered concepts. We love the I bloom. And we also love the wish, you know, because isn't there like the thing with that flower, like you sort of like wish on it, kind of, you know, like you wish on the flower. So like I could give you whatever you wish, you know what I'm saying? Say this is dirty, this is dirty, this is a little bit risque things going on. It's this beat. It's the beat. I'm like, girl, I can't hear what you're saying. For real, for real.
I'm here on my knees. These are the flowers, don't grow the same. So just leave it here with me. Let's get dirty.
We are, girl.
I promise.
Hey.
If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
you can get anything you like.
Come
Can't you
on.
see I blow my light? Boy, just don't blow this.
Blow this.
What's your wish list? You can get anything you like. Could be a dandelion.
Oh, come on. Do it, did it, ate it, chewed it. Just don't blow this. Cause isn't that the flower that you blow and then the little things start flying in the air? This gives me very old art. This gives me very old Trapiana Ari. I don't really have much to say about this song. Like on a lyrical level, it's just nasty. She's just nasty. That's all that needs to be said. The song level, I already showed you. I already showed you how I feel. I loved like the trumpet opening. Like I had no idea where we were going. I thought we were about to do jazz. Because it was like just that instrument. That's it. You had no idea where it was about to go. And that is not what I was expecting. But it ain't. She ate. She did what she needed to do. I love that. I appreciate that. I commend you for that. I need to move on. We need to move on to the next song, which is called Past Life. I realize I don't know what to expect from any of this.
Woke up with a ghost by my side.
What is the sound? Oh, we love the strings though.
Rhythms of the night console my body.
Come on!
The music confiscate my soul.
Confiscate my soul.
Face me just like the moon.
Woo!
I used to think you were the man.
What is this sound? What the heck is this? This is a lot. This is a lot. All I can identify is a string. I heard strings. That is it. This is a girl. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. And lyrically, you're doing a lot. Also, I love how she mentioned moon right there. We know how she loves to talk about the moon. But like I said, it's just lyrically more deep than it was before. Like, come on, Pete! Oh, tell him! It's just lyrically mature. The growth, I'm so proud of you. I just don't really know what to say. I'm gagged. I'm truly gagged. I'm silenced. I'm suffocated. Truly. It seems like she's just kind of reminiscing on the relationship. She's like thinking about it and realizing to herself, kind of confirming to herself her decision of moving on. Realizing, yeah, I'm definitely doing the right thing by moving on. I need to move on. I need to find better. And I'm doing the right thing by doing that. Past life, kind of like reminiscing on the past life that she used to have. Moth to a flame, I didn't think, I just flew. Like, moth to a flame. We all know what that means. And just being like, I was not thinking about the repercussions. I was not thinking about how this would hurt me. I just kind of flew. I just kind of gravitated to it because moths love light. And I just didn't want to change my mind. So it's like at some point I knew that I probably shouldn't continue flying in this direction, but it was too late because I just didn't want to change my mind. And she's kind of making it seem like music is helping her to move on. Like her music as in her career, but she also says rhythms of the night consume my body. So, you know, that could be other things. She could be alluding to a couple things helping her to like move on from this and to continue to find herself. She said, you think I'm lost, but that's just how you found me. That's just how you found me. You found me when I was lost. And you think that I'm still that, which just goes to show that you haven't even noticed how I've changed and how I've grown as a person. She said, I might F around and elevate my expectations, as you should, because she's realizing who she is. And she's realizing how great I am because I've elevated myself so much. I should also elevate my expectations. So like, yeah, I'm fine to leave you in my past life. She's kind of just confirming to herself, like, yeah, this is exactly what I need to be doing. She says towards the end, I'm fine. Something just to save me. Something just to save me. And you know what? This could go back to Twilight Zone. This could be one of those situations where she's sort of pretending that she's more okay than she is. Because, you know, a lot of times when people are like, I'm fine, sometimes they don't mean it. So she could potentially be doing that thing again where she's sort of pretending that everything's good. Everything's good. I'm over it. I need to like elevate my expectations and all those things. But it could be that she's just bouncing back and forth in that gray area once again. I will say these songs have not been like super catchy to me so far in terms of like an easy kind of like hook to latch onto that, you know, like you would repeat to yourself. I haven't really had that feeling, but that's fine to me. Like, especially since this is a deluxe. I like the fact that she's just giving us more of her mind and just giving us more of her heart. It kind of feels like she just took her diary and walked into the studio and was like, let's lay this over a beautiful instrumental. It's kind of like what it's felt like so far. I haven't really had like any like thing where I'm just like repeating it in my head or that's like fully hooked on in that aspect. But I've just really enjoyed this lyrically, and I've just enjoyed the concept, and I've just enjoyed basking in her lyrical growth at this point. Are we gonna move on to the last song, which is called Hampstead. I'm gonna think that it's stead. To feel like if it was steed, it'd be two E's. I don't know. I looked it up and it's like some sort of area in London, which is interesting. She gonna tell us about something that happened in London? I don't know.
I left my heart at a pub in Hampstead, and I misplaced my mind in a good way. Threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache. But quite frankly, you're still wrong about everything. So far off your seats, nowhere near the table. I do. What makes you think you're even invited?
Does she sniff?
The doors are closed with lights off inside, and all the while there's no one home, you're still outside. I would rather feel everything than nothing every time. Feel me, stranger, a little bit of sugar, danger. I'd rather be seen alive than dying by your point of view. I do. So still the same, but only entirely different. And my love is just some lines and some songs. Guess I'm forever on your mind. I wonder why what's wrong with a little bit of poison? Tell me.
I don't know what I just listened to. I'm like, girl, please. First of all, that instrumental, that piano, there was just something just so soft and so delicate. There was at one point where I thought that I like heard her sniff like she did on I Wish I Hated You, but I could have heard it wrong. And I love how she said that she like left her heart at a pub, and you can clearly hear like people walking around in the back, and it kind of feels like she's, you know, sort of like transporting back to that place. It's just the softness and the delicacy of the piano and her voice. But it sounds like she's talking to the public, almost kind of just like yes and, but much deeper, much more just getting to the heart of the issue. Threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache. So like, you know, basically our last relationship ended. And it might seem deft up, and you're right, but quite frankly, you're still wrong about everything. Like, so she's acknowledging that the fact that her marriage ended is something that is effed up. I don't really like getting into all the drama, but like I almost have to sort of reference it in order to like completely understand what she's saying. But just being like, yeah, that situation is effed up, maybe taking some accountability for how it ended, but also saying you're still wrong about everything. Like, you still don't know the story, which goes to that line later on where she says, you think you know the ending of the book that I'm still writing, or something like that. Like, you think that you know the story and you don't. She says like, I do, which I think is so interesting. I think it must be nice to be dumb or whatever. She goes, I do. Like, I do think that, but also I do because remind you of marriage. So what makes you think you're even invited? The doors are closed, the lights are off inside, and all the while there's no one home, you're still outside. So like, what makes you think that you're invited to kind of question my life and to question what's going on? Like, you're almost waiting outside for an answer. You're waiting outside to figure out what I have going on, and who told you that you're invited? I wonder why. Like, you're so obsessed with trying to figure out what's going on inside the house. What's wrong with a bit of poison? Tell me. Like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe like, what's wrong with having certain aspects of your life maybe not be the most pure, maybe not be the most innocent? Like, what's wrong with having a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of danger? What's interesting because the next line says, fear me, stranger. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of danger. I don't know why that reminded me of Sweetener and Dangerous Woman, referring to us as strangers. Like, you fear me, stranger. I'm just like this terrible, dangerous person to you, but you also don't know me though, which is weird. And I'd rather be seen and alive than dying by your point of view. So I would literally rather be made to be this villain and this terrible, horrible person and have you see me that way, but at least I'm alive and at least I'm happy and at least I'm doing what I want and being true to myself, than dying and being like super sad by your point of view. Just like talking about how she's just changing so much, but also she's still the same. Like, at her core, she's the same, but she's also very different. And I was thinking about like the phases of the moon line, like the phases of the moon. The moon is still the moon. The moon is always the moon, but it does, you know, experience certain changes. That line, I would rather feel everything than nothing every time. So like, I would rather feel this combustion of emotions of the hatred from the public, but love from this new partner and like disdain from everyone. I'd rather feel all that at the same time than deprive myself of feeling any of that at all because you don't want me to feel it. I really appreciate that song and I really like it. Like I said, I like the softness of it, the delicateness of it. Guys, I was not expecting these songs to be like this. Truly, deeply, this is crazy. This is insane. Thank you guys for being here with me to experience Brighter Days with me. Brighter Days, the Eternal Sunshine Deluxe. This was not what I expected. It truly was not what I expected. I don't know what I did expect, but it's just the writing on this is a whole nother level from Eternal Sunshine itself. Like, Eternal Sunshine, I thought it was good then, but now it's like, where did my pen go? It's on the floor. I threw it. Her concepts and her lyrics have developed so much, and I was just getting absorbed in the story that she was telling, honestly. And obviously it's sonically very beautiful. Like, sonically it still gives that ethereal Eternal Sunshine sound, but also it's given like trap, it's given beat, it's given bass, it's giving trumpet. Like, what? Like, it is still giving different things than what we heard on the original track list, but it's also giving us like the same sound, the same vibe, and it was just very, very interesting to get into. I'm still a bit gagged to form full thoughts at this moment in time. I'm very interested to see what this short film is gonna be. Like, is it gonna be a compilation of these songs, like one after the other, or is it gonna be only like a couple of songs that she's gonna use, or maybe she's not gonna use any of the songs at all? Maybe it's gonna kind of be playing off of the Eternal Sunshine film. I don't know, but I'm very excited to see, guys. Make sure that you guys stick around for that, because we are definitely gonna be getting into it, but you know, it doesn't release for like another like 7-6 hours. So thank you guys so much for being here with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What are you guys' favorite songs? My favorite, my favorites are probably gonna have to be Dandelion, probably Past Life, and Hampstead. Honestly, those are probably gonna have to be my faves. If I had to pick a fave with a fave, I don't know, because I like them for different reasons. I like them for different freaking reasons. Past Life for the lyrics, Hampstead for the concept, Dandelion for the beat and the bum bum. Exactly. So I don't really know. Don't ask me, but let me know down in the comment section what you guys' favorites are, what you guys think. And yeah, guys, make sure that you're here for when we get to the film, and I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.